thank all my supporters and thank all my followers and all my subscribers. Next year, I'm going to try to be the first legend. You know, we're going to keep grinding. Shout out to Ronnie 2K, even though he can be a little, you know, a little crazy. I want to shout out my boy Forensic Files, AI Player, Rome Pill, my boy Uzi. And if y'all aren't already, make sure y'all go follow me on YouTube at Ocilia. That's O-C.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit.
Kevin, thanks very much. Last season, LeBron James set a career high in assists.
Always looking to bring his guys with him. Thanks, David. So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with Hayes. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Gilmore in at center, locking down the middle. And for the Spurs, Mourning is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Parker. And it's Donaldson in at the five, roaming the paint. And James throws it down.
Driving with that kind of speed and power, LeBron bulldozes his way through contact.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Parker's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Butler. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
If you're defending Jimmy Butler, you got to hit him harder than that.
Down low, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Paul dishes to KD. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Butler against Jackson to the middle. Here's Donaldson. It's blocked.
You know, some might say Hayes plays the game angry, and there was definitely something angry about his defense there. What an emphatic rejection.
Outside Jackson. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Butler deciding where to go with it. Now the pass to Durant. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Jackson misses. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. To the left side wing. Here's Hayes. It's tipped. Launches it. Up again. It's rebounded by Hayes. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
I mean, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Jones checked in for the Spurs. Fox comes in for Parker, and a change for the Nets. Barnes is checked in. Jones, the pass to James. Kicks to Mourning. Over Hayes. Mourning's shot is good.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Outside Butler. There's the triple. Doesn't go for it. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Fox passes to Donaldson. LeBron against Butler. Here's Mourning, and he converts the layup.
And Mourning's just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
Now here's Butler. Here's Gilmore, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
The Nets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Cantor, he's checked in for San Antonio. Collins comes in for Mourning. Then for the Nets, Green, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Holiday in for Paul. .40 seconds left to play here in the first. Holiday against Fox. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Hayes. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And he's good on the three ball. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
James against Barnes. Outside, Jones from deep three-point range. No good that time. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Nets lead by 2. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they,
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
We've got Fox. Collins is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the 2 guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Collins trying to break free. Jones, no luck. Nets leading by 4. Durant just inside the line. Here's Hayes. Passes it to Gilmore. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Outside, Jones. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And Jones is known to be a deadly three-point shooter. A beautiful shooting motion there on those triples.
And getting to the free throw line more and more. GA awfully tough to stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's just got to knock them down, though. I mean, a free throw percentage, I think he can and will improve upon.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Go figure is right.
You know, it's amazing to watch up close. LeBron, he's just a next-level athlete.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Paul kicks to KD. Kicks it out to Paul from the arc. Hits the three-point foul. And the Nets lead by 4.
And over the years, Chris has really honed in on making the three-point shot. Understands how important it is.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
Tony Parker. 2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Popovich has done a great job of developing Tony Parker's entire game, and you're seeing it right now at the free throw line.
And Parker drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Paul looking around. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. Jackson against Butler. 4 on the clock. Again, the Nets for 2.
Jimmy Butler, great feel for the mid-range game, and it's where his jumper's most accurate.
And James throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play. He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
Parker outside. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. No good there off the double clutch.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Paul's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
San Antonio calls timeout. .121 left here in the second. LeBron kicks to Parker. Back to James. Durant with the steal. Paul outside over Parker. And it's Paul missing. Spurs trail by 6. James looking it over. Pass to Donaldson. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Jackson from long range. San Antonio again missing.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And he comes up with the deuce.
I don't think we've ever seen a player of Durant's size who can handle the rock that well.
Parker outside. Offensive rebound. Donaldson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside, KD. Shoots.
And you got to admire how hard Mourning goes at it on defense. When he's around, shooters tend to tense up.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And what Miles Turner brings to the table, well, he gives you a little bit of everything. But Kenny, what do you want to see out of him in the next few years?
Yeah, I thought we'd see more scoring from Turner by now. But he's added some range to his tools, but his production is about the same.
Yeah, but his rebounding should be a lot better than what it is. And you got to get mean on the block. Don't start gobbling more boards.
Yeah, wish I was sitting closer to you. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Hayes. Chris Paul is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Durant. And it's Gilmore in at the center position. And the rejection by Jackson. Parker against Paul. Durant dishes to Paul. Pass to Hayes. Here's Gilmore. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilmore's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Nets.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Butler against Jackson.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so James will bring it up for San Antonio, trailing by 10. It's deflected. They recover it.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Love the eye contact by Jimmy Butler and his teammate before he rolls up for that alley-oop.
Parker passes to Mourning. Parker inside, defended by Paul. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Mourning.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
That's a 2 from Paul. Hits the front of the rim and out. Spurs trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's LeBron. Drops it in from 11 feet. James has got 8.
The veteran eyes see all. Frenchie with the tremendous look to make that play happen.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Ennis Cantor's checked in for the Spurs. John Collins comes in for Mourning. Nets leading by 8. Paul, right side. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Parker surveying the floor. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Back to Jackson. Some solid defense from Butler.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic. Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
LeBron passes to Collins. That one goes in.
Attacking the teeth of that defense. This is where Collins makes his living.
Outside Butler. 1:43 left to play in the third. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. The pass to Hayes. Second shot opportunity. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Collins. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Hayes. Hayes hits them both. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Fox feeling it out a bit. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jackson. Over Butler. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the net.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. .59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Jones. He's off on that one. Nice defense from KD. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Paul against Fox. And Durant launches from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Durant's got 9 points.
Unlimited range. The long arms of KD can get it off from anywhere.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Mourning. Outside Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant. The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
First one falls for. And so Jackson nails both of them. Durant with it. On deep. And that one released in time, but no good.
Making a great play to challenge the shot. LeBron's D can shut you down.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Spurs trail by 9. They've got Jackson. LeBron James is out there with Mourning. And it's Tony Parker. And it's Donaldson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
Well, there you go. Just at the point in Parker's career where he's driving less, he surprises the defense and draws the foul.
Free throw good by Parker. And so he makes both from the line. Nets leading by 7. Paul dishes to KD. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. On offense, here are the Spurs. Parker with the bounce pass. There's the pass to Mourning. Durant against James. Back to Mourning. Just 4 to shoot. Over Hayes. LeBron can't get it to go.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
KD passes to Butler. That one goes. Count it. And the Nets lead by 11.
Wow, the strength of Jimmy Butler fends off defenders well when he goes up to score.
Ball against Parker. Pass to Mourning. And he banks in the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. He needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
The shot's good from Paul.
The concentration and the body control CP3 possesses is just astonishing.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Kicks it to James. The putback, rebounded by the Nets.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Paul can't get it to go.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
James in the post. KD's on him. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. Free throw good, LeBron.
You know, maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectations here at the pro level.
Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nets lead by 10.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Elvin Hayes.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Durant against LeBron. Durant No good on that one. Good D by LeBron. Spurs trail by 8 to the inside. Here's Parker. Rebound, Brooklyn. Hayes has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Down low. And the rejection by Jackson. In transition, here come the Spurs. Parker leading the charge. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Parker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you see the boys there. Parker calmly scans the D. Stops and pops.
Durant down low. James covering. Hope they get it back. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. For the Spurs, this one's not looking good. LeBron outside. And the dunk by James.
The defender is left helpless to stop that. LeBron with too many tools in the toolbox and that killer instinct.
Bounce pass from Paul. The fader. They get it again. Gilmore. Second chance effort. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for San Antonio. It's blocked. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Butler passes to Paul. Over Parker. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's San Antonio. 6-point game. Passes it to Mourning. Spurs working the ball around now. Parker passes to Mourning. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Beautifully orchestrated. Even though Parker's lost his quickness, he's still able to control the pace.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting. Chris Paul at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
One of the game's best free throw shooter. Chris Paul is not a guy you like to foul.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. From deep 3-point range, the shot no good. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win.
OCELIA. We're going to be grinding. We're going to be trying to get a 2K logo next year. We're going to be going crazy. Once again, I just want to thank all y'all for all my support. Thank y'all for following me. Thank you for tuning in to all of my streams, watching all my YouTube videos. And we're going to keep grinding. It's been your boy Ocilia, and I'm out.
Heading over to the city, this player was too much for any affiliation to continue.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. A look at the starting group for the Magic. We've got Smith. Kobe is out there with Iverson. Then it's Turkoglu, and it's Yao in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Dwayne Wade. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Pierce. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Richmond in at the 2. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And here's Wade. Tries again. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Here's Iverson. Turkoglu outside. Smith on the wing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Yes, that goes in. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets groomed like that, you got to look out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Rebound by the Magic.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now here's Kobe. The three-pointer, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
It's good on the putback. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The Magic have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Clifford. Dave, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. He thinks the big issue for them is to make things difficult inside. He understands that their opponent has a physical presence, but he wants his guys to match that physicality or surpass it. Obviously a tough order to fill, but they have to do it.
All right, David, thanks. Wade against Iverson. From 17 feet out, Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound. The Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And there's Iverson. That's good on the assist from Turkoglu.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the 3 ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguardable.
Now here's Richmond. Cans it from downtown. It seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Richardson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Nash comes in for Dwayne Wade. Orlando also making some changes. Jokic has checked in for Yao. Leonard comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Joe Ingles in for Turkoglu. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. It's going to be Jokic shooting. They get Steve Nash. The Magic shooting their first free throw of the evening. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. McGrady comes in for Richmond. Free throw, good. Jokic.
Well, the 6'10" Serbian Jokic is doing a little bit of everything. A decent scorer, a determined rebounder, and of course, an elite passer.
Richardson. Rebound by the Magic. The drive by Bryant. Richardson against Iverson. Passes to Jokic. Kobe kicks to Iverson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. Can't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And it's Nash in the corner. Los Angeles with another miss. The Magic trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Iverson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Iverson's got 5.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Leonard against Nash. Here's McGrady. No good from outside. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Orlando. And Bryant slams it in.
Yeah, love seeing Bryant just get up and go for it. His leaping ability never ceases to impress.
Pass to Ibaka. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Now here's Iverson. He has 5, and the layup is good. He has 7.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Nash, the pass to O'Neal. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the reach of O'Neal there? A huge target for his teammates on these alley-oops.
And Iverson gets it to go.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Nash outside. Here's the 3. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Here's Leonard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. We've got Tracy McGrady. Baca is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's Nash, and it's Richardson in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Iverson, and they double up Iverson. Ingles can't get it to go. And it's Nash in the corner. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Allen Iverson on the wing. Defended by Nash. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Turkoglu's got the lead up to 1 now for Orlando. Here's Nash. He feeds it to Pierce. Richardson against Turkoglu. Richardson the pass to Pierce. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Embiid. The pass to Wade. Nash outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the officials call a traveling violation. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. From deep, Iverson. Offensive rebound.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Wade against Kobe. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Wade. Now Meng pulls it in. Yao's got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3. And Kobe Bryant gets the 3. Kobe's got 5.
And you really got to appreciate that swag that Bryant plays with. If you give him room to shoot from deep, he's going to make you pay.
Richmond for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Yao's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pulls up on the elbow. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now a 6-point Magic lead. Pass to Richmond. They need this. Los Angeles with another miss. And so Bryant will bring it up for Orlando. And the dunk by Smith.
And right now they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get 1 to go, get back on track.
Jason Richardson, he's checked in for Nash. Embiid finds Richardson. He gets that one. He has 5.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Iverson. 9 points in the game so far. Count the basket. Kobe's got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic.
Yeah, and you got to know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
Here's Wade, and he uses the glass on the layup. Wade's got his first points in this one.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
They double team Yao. Outside, Kobe. Off target from three-point range. LA's gone 0-2 from people in the second. Richardson gets a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Orlando leading by 6. In the corner, it's Turkoglu. Passes it to Yao. Back to Turkoglu. From past the arc, bangs home the trifecta. Turkoglu's got 6 points in the quarter.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Richmond outside. Here's Wade with 1 on the clock, and that's going to be a travel. So it's Orlando in control with the night.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Magic leading by 9. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando, Smith is out there with Hedo Turkoglu. And there's Bryant. Then there's Yao. And it's Iverson in at the point guard.
And he is extremely offensive-minded here tonight. Richmond with the skill set to score on all 3 levels.
Now here's Bryant. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Pierce kicks to Wade. Here's the floater. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Turkoglu with the ball. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Wade outside. And it's in there. Wade's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Well, Dwayne Wade has taken thousands of shots where he's been challenged, and he's made them just like that.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the off-season honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Nash is checked in. Nash against Iverson. Embiid trying to break loose. Nice D from Bryant.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. he's good on the second. Clippers trail by 10. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. There's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here's Bryant. He's got 12. Shoots over Richmond. Bryant can't get it to go. Pass to Nash. Back to Richmond. O'Neal trying to break free. Richmond no good.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Here's Shaq. No good on the shot. And Orlando the other way now. Turkoglu outside. Over Pierce. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. In the corner, Smith with it for the three. And it's Shaq with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. It's Richmond on the wing. Embiid. And Embiid is right there.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Iverson. 11 points in the game. Now the feed to Smith. Turkoglu against Pierce. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Smith.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Richmond against Kobe. Shot on the wing. Kept alive. Yao with the block. And here's Bryant for three. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had one in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
Bryant, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
I mean, it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Here's Smith following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to go on Mitch Richmond. The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. For the Clippers, Richardson comes in for Pierce. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richmond. Then for the Magic, Jokic has checked in for Yao. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Turkoglu. And Kobe drops them both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Embiid with it. And the pass to Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wade's got 6 points.
Love to see some trademark Dwayne Wade aggressive slashing to the basket.
Iverson outside. 1 second left, and Jokic lays it up and in. He has 5.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And the Clippers have possession. They trail by 6. Joel Embiid out there with O'Neal. Then it's Nash. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Richardson in at the small forward spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
Pass to Turkoglu. Bryant looking over the floor. Iverson against Nash. Bryant gets a wide open look. And Shaq pulls it down. O'Neal's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Richardson outside, over Turkoglu. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Richmond's checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
The 19-foot shot. They get it back.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Feeds to Iverson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Free throw good. Iverson. Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Iverson.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Wade dishes to Embiid. Passes it to Pierce. Pulls it up. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Bryant's shot is good. And the Magic lead by 3.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
Pass to O'Neal. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And you just can't draw that up any better. It's a pivotal moment in the game, and they go with the size mismatch for the lane.
Here's Bryant. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got his 5th assist in this one. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Los Angeles calls timeout. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
Well, they got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Allen Iverson.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Inside, Pierce. Iverson against Wade. Banked in off the glass.
And that's why this team turns to Dwayne Wade in times of crisis.
Pierce against Turkoglu. The pass to Iverson. Good on the triple. Iverson's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Wade, good on the shot.
And when it comes to finishing with some contact, Dwayne Wade's still simply one of the best.
Kobe against Richmond. And it's Iverson missing. And it's Wade with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers to tie it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Josh Smith. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Steve Nash is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Bryant against Richmond. On deep. Bryant's shot is off.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And that bucket ignites the crowd.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot.
Smith up top over O'Neal. The Magic again can't hit.
Relaxed defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Money!
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're down by 4. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers making a change here. Wade's checked in. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's with the steal. Wade drives in, drops in the layup for 2.
Well, Dwayne Wade's such a calming influence, but huge amounts of trust in these moments.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
So they foul intentionally.
At the line for your Clippers, Mitch Richmond.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Bryant. Smith trying to break loose. And that one's good by Kobe.
And Kobe lives for these situations. You know how much he likes the spotlight, and boy, does he deliver time and time again.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Kobe, that's for 2. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
And he commits the intentional foul.
At the line for your Clippers, Steve Nash. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
And here's Iverson outside. No good there.
The 2K TV award for City Champion goes to LoyaltyCom.
Yo, let's go. Thank you. My jam when I hit the city, I play in all the events. You know, this is what I do all day, every day. So I really play each and everything that's going.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Frazier. Rubber is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Robertson. And it's Houston at the small forward position. And for Houston, they've got Howard. Duncan is out there with Marion. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard. All teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. Now here's Robertson. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Robertson's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Wizards. And it's Rose with the ball for Houston. Marion outside. Now the dish to Duncan. Weber pulls it in.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's Houston. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Houston, a pro at initiating the contact, an aggressive shooter who's looking for opportunities to get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw missing. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
Not what you expect out of him. He was due to cool off a little bit.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Frazier. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Rose passes to Duncan. Back to Rose. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here is Weber. Over Duncan. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Marion dishes to Howard. Over Houston. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. I was able to talk with the Rockets head coach. They know that the usual approach on offense won't be the same when Gobert is on the floor. Coach told me we can't go right at him, but we can't just give up when he's out there. We need to drag him out to defend the perimeter as often as we can. We'll see if Gobert bites and how hard. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Weber in the post. Covered by Duncan. Duncan knocks it loose.
And that's part of his game. Love seeing Duncan just sky up there to reject shots. Does a great job of utilizing that wingspan.
Textbook. Oh, wow. In your face.
You
lob it Howard's way, he'll find ways to finish. That's how talented of a dunker he is.
Pass to Frazier. Robertson against Brown. And good that time. Robertson's got his second basket.
And the painted area is where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Rose.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
The feed to Frazier. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And how about the vision there from the Big O guys? Beautiful.
There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Brown outside. And Brown throws it down.
You gotta love how Brown finishes strong, driving fast and hard to the cup for the rim rocking Shazam.
Wizards trail by 3. Here's Frazier. It's rebounded by Houston. Duncan tried to break loose. And the basket by Rose.
A shooter of Rose's ability won't waste this look. Feet planted, shoulder square, totally ready to shoot.
Rose against Frazier. Now the pass to Weber. Over Duncan. Rose against Frazier. And the layup's good off the glass. Howard's got his third bucket of the night.
Man, a playmaker in every sense of the word. Rose is so good at breaking down defenses and creating for others.
Out to the wing. Here's Robertson. Bank shot. No good. Rockets leading by 7. Here's Brown. And that one is good. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Houston can't get it to go.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And here's Weber to end the run. Duncan with the block. And so it's the Houston Rockets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Kevin Love out there with Duncan. And it's Rose. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Strickland in at the 2 spot. That one good for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Rose. And Houston again with the bucket.
He plays with such a high level of intensity. I mean, you didn't even think a shot contest would bother Rose, did you?
To the middle. Here's Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Back to Rose. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Shot's good by Strickland. And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the Wizards. Trailing by 13. Rollins the pass to Crawford to the left wing. Pass to Clark. Not going to go that time. Good D from Love. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And finished off by Rose.
That's the burst that fans love to see from Rose. He's got a knack for blowing by defenders.
Crawford dishes to Monroe. Makes it off the glass. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him when we used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. OG Anunoby's checked in for Duncan. Posey comes in for Brown. And Halliburton subbed in for Rose. Wiggins kicks to Crawford. Here's Monroe. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Strickland. Pulls it from 20. Chris Webber comes up with the rebound. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And the officials call it traveling violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Howard's checked in for the Rockets. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's Strickland, covered by Robertson. Robertson with the steal. To the paint. Back to Frazier. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Robertson. Robertson is double. Here's Houston. Shot clock at 3. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Pass to Posey. And there's the pass to Strickland. And the shot is good. Strickland's got 4 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Sean Marion is checked in for Houston. Pass to Frazier. And it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense when he makes his living blocking shots.
Here's Marion, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he can't get the first one.
Yeah, Marion, a tough player to guard. That quick athletic combo forward with an unorthodox shot.
That one misses. Wizards trail by 12. To the inside. Here's Robertson. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got his 4th assist in this one.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Now, here is Halliburton. Covered by Robertson. Gobert with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. 15 seconds left in the first half. Brown. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Here's Houston. Passes to Frazier. With 1 on the clock, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Jaylen Brown. He had 9 points and 1 assist. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
The best work they've done is on the boards. Got a nice edge in the numbers, and it's got them to this lead. They were getting after it.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
So on the floor for Washington, we've got Weber. Frazier is out there with Robertson. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Houston at the 3, the small forward.
Get up, D-Rose. I mean, even after all those injuries, the former MVP is still throwing it down.
Here's Houston, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Robertson. Lays it up off the glass. Robertson's got 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensively.
And the pass to Duncan. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Duncan's got his second basket of the game. Frazier outside. To the left side wing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. And he did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. And the scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
Kevin Love's checked in for Dwight Howard. And a switcher also for Washington. Monroe's checked in for Frazier. Clock at 6. Marion, right side. The shot misses. And Weber's got the ball here for the Washington Wizards. It's a 14-point game. Robertson can't get it to go.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. These need to calm down, play their game.
And Marion gets it to go.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
Here's Robertson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic. struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. Now a timeout called by Houston. Houston making some changes. Anunoby, he's checked in for Duncan. And Halliburton subbed in for Derrick Rose. And a switcher also for Washington. Frazier's checked in. Pass to Posey. Fires the three. Washington with the rebound. Weber's got 4 rebounds in this game. He kicks to Frazier. They swipe it. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Love. Finished off the break. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Passes it to Posey. Up again. And Love gets it to go. Love's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The instincts Love has, what would you say, just unreal. I mean, you can't teach that. He knows how to work the glass.
And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Houston making a switch. Howard's checked in. Here is Howard. He's got 8. Pass to Strickland. Love outside. 6 to shoot. They get it back. And Howard with the second chance points.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
Weber with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Over Love. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets lead by 15. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Wizards trail by 15. Howard is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Marion. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Strickland in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. The pass to Houston. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. They get Sean Marion.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
And he's good on the first of 3. And the second free throw, good. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the 2 of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
The Wizards trail by 14. Here's Robertson. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Houston making a switch. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, during the break I was able to catch the message Houston's coach gave to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Sean Marion. 2 shots.
And Marion drops them both. Wizards trail by 14. Frazier outside. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Wember. That shot misses. And the Rockets take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Rose. Here's Howard. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Let's just stop stealing. Sometimes you are helpless trying to stop D. Howard inside from scoring. I mean, even when you foul, and foul him hard.
And it's Frazier with the ball for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 17. Brown against Robertson. Down low. And it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Frazier outside. Here's Houston. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got 5 assists tonight.
Gotta love seeing Houston get space there to shoot it from deep. He is one of the best from beyond the arc.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Shot clock at 6. There's Rose with the 3. The Rockets with another miss. Wizards trail by 14. Houston, the pass to Robertson. Inside, Frazier. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Washington calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Rose against Frazier. Rose gets the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 16.
Capable of scoring from anywhere on the court. Rose loves mixing it up inside and capitalizing.
Here's Robertson. Kicks to Webber. Misses off the left eye.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Rockets.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Howard.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
I mean, and the resiliency Rose has shown throughout his career is inspiring. I mean, he's someone that just universally is loved by the fans of this game.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I like that big play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And that one falls for Monroe. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rose passes to Posey. Here's Love. Another miss by Houston.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
Wiggins finds Crawford. Here's Rollins. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Love. Clock at 4. Here's Rose. That shot off. Nice D from Crawford. So we see Houston taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance.
Right. Ako pre, kailangan kita. Kailangan kita pre.
I play in different affiliations now since I am a legend, and I really help other people as well get up there from rank to rank. Shout out to all my boys that literally helped me hit legend for 2K21, IMAX IQ, Jump TV, and a lot of other fellas as well behind the scenes, you know. It's definitely a grind. It's definitely a grind to get there.
Up next, the Timberwolves taking on the Mavericks. For Minnesota, they know each game presents a test. 2K Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Basketball. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Davis. Paul George is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Rice in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Malone. Garnett out there with Iguodala. Then there's Chauncey Billups, and it's Guerin in at the 2-guard spot. In close, here's Garnett. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Davis against Garnett. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Rice kicks to George. Whiteside trying to break free.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Basket good.
Boy, I like how Chauncey Billups looks to share the ball. He's a sturdy point guard with a great feel for when his guys are open.
Doncic passes to Rice. He feeds it to George. The shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc. Guerin's got 5 points so far.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
Pass to Whiteside. Doncic left side. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And it's sent back by George. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And while Iguodala might not be the star of any team he's on, he's always going to be a major contributor because he does so many things well on both ends.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, here's what the Timberwolves head coach had to say when we spoke to him earlier. They really don't want this game to come down to the wire. Coach said Luka Doncic is so good in the clutch, either shooting it, driving it, or passing it. He'd like to avoid that scenario altogether. So that means they have to be comfortably ahead in the 4th quarter. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Good work there as it goes.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
Doncic against Billups. George looking over the floor. Kicks it to Rice. 5 on the clock. Whiteside inside. Guarded by Garnett. Another shot. Tries from the block. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, guys, you've got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws here for the night. And he knocks down the first one. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. Red comes in for George. And both free throws good from Whiteside. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Batum. Outside, Ball. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And finished off by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Davis against Randall. He kicks it to Batum. No good on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
To the inside, and it's Ball that time on the assist from Randall.
Boy, I tell you what, Ball doing a nice job using his size down in the post, rising up above his defender to get that one to go down.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of it, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
4 on the shot clock, and taken away by Johnson. And no good. Randall with some nice D. To the middle. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
We've got Lonzo Ball. Batum is out there with Randall, and it's Sigma in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
Davis using that athleticism to battle it out on the glass. From in that tight, hard to stop AD.
Guerin passes to Randall. The pass to Guerin. Lets a floater go, and Davis sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dallas also making some changes. Ice is checked in, and Georgia subbed in for Michael Redd. So the wing on the left. Clock is at 3. Sigma. It's rebounded by Dallas. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, you got to put a body on Davis when he goes up in the air, because if you don't, it's too late. You'll be Instagram.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Guerin, and Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Guerin passes to Billups. Clock at 6. Timberwolves passing it around. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Guerin's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Pass to Rice. Doncic outside. Porzingis inside. Malone on him. Count that bucket. Porzingis has got the lead, back up to 1 now for the Mavs. Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Billups against George. Pass to Garnett. Over Davis. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Garnett's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, There are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Whistle blows, bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Whiteside's checked in for the Mavericks. Timberwolves leading by 3. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Passes to Guerin. Iguodala outside. There's the pass to Guerin. Just 5 on the clock. Over Porzingis, and that one's good. Guerin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's George. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother.
Michael Redd's checked in for Doncic. Free throw good, Paul George. 1:43 left in the second quarter. Phillips passes to Iguodala. Alone with it. Pass to Guerin. Over George. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Timberwolves leading by 4.
That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals.
Porzingis kicks to George.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Rice. Sinks the three-pointer. Rice has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's why Rice is in the discussion of the great three-point shooters of all time. Terrific touch from deep. That man can fill it up. You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. Both shots good from the stripe.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
George against Phillips. Now, here is George. 6 to shoot. Makes it off the glass. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson, Michigan. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter. And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. On the court for the Mavericks, Anthony Davis is out there with Whiteside. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rice in at the small forward position. Here's Whiteside, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yes, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And Davis sends it back. Pass break, Dallas. Here's Rice, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Garnett, and yes, a nice assist from Billups. Billups has got 3 assists in the game. Outside, George. Whiteside against Malone. Whiteside, the pass to Doncic. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Iguodala dishes to Billups. Pass to Guerin. Passes it to Garnett. 6 on the shot clock. Over Rice. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. It's a 3-point game. Right side Davis. Over Iguodala. Poked away and stolen by Billups. Here's Guerin. Guarded by Doncic. George against Billups. Iguodala right side. Just 4 to shoot. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Right wing. Here's Guerin. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Guerin's got 13.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Here's Guerin, and it's sent back by George. Doncic outside. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Now the pass to Davis. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. No one near Randall as he lets it go. But he recovers it. Over Whiteside. And Whiteside sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 6. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Rice. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Garnett's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Here's Randall, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Mavericks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. 1:15 left in the third quarter. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Here's Guerin, guarded by Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Luka Doncic. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Minnesota, Richie Guerin. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Ball against Doncic. He dishes it to Davis. Over Malone. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. Davis has got 8.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Pass to Malone. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. George, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Ball kicks to Batum. Pass to Malone. And a missed layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And it's George missing. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Julius Randle is out there with Batum. Then it's Malone. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Guerin in at the 2 guard. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Shoots. Shot's good by Rice. Rice has got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Davis finds Whiteside. Shoots over Batum.
Solid at guarding both post and perimeter players. That gives them great value. Batum's length really bothersome to shooters.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the Timberwolves call time. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Iguodala comes in for Nicholas Batum. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose. if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Chauncey Billups checked in for Minnesota. Dallas calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. The lead is 2. Whiteside finds George. Another 3 for Dallas.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain it.
Outside ball.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
And George with the stop.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Billups against Doncic. Left side, Billups. The teardrop falls in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Outside, George. Here's Doncic. And he overshot that one, missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Billups.
And it's clear that Billups is a gamer of gamers. This guy loves having the ball in his hands in these situations.
And it's Doncic missing for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter, but they'll get another chance. And it's Malone missing. Mavericks leading by 3. Doncic passes to Davis. Moves back up, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And a foul called on Minnesota.
This is really the challenge of trying to defend Davis, because not only is he tall and smart, but he's gotten stronger in his time in the league. And he typically blows through contact and draws fouls. 2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Down low. Malone gets to Billups. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And Billups, a remarkable shooter in his own right, especially from distance now. Has a really fluid shooting motion. Big shot. Chauncey.
Near the 3-point line, it's Doncic. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
And the Timberwolves call timing. They're trailing by 4. 1:14 left in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up. And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
They want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Left side, Davis. It counts.
Watch out. Anthony Davis has caught 5.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Malone. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
Both good from the line that time.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Phillips against Doncic. Buries it from outside.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Phillips passes to Malone. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And George has learned a lot, and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
Phillips. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's Curtin's form. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out. And it's still a rare sight to see